everyone, it's Reagan and welcome to the start of another reading vlog. It is so sunny right now because it is Friday afternoon because I have this Friday off, so yay. I know that might not be a big deal for anyone else but me, but I wanted to announce it because I am thrilled about it. So this weekend I'm really excited for variety of weekends. One, because it's a long weekend for myself and Clay, so we're planning on doing a lot of hanging out, a lot of relaxing with this one. We're gonna be hanging out with some friends, but all in all just kind of like laying low, taking it easy, hanging out, watching some football, and hopefully for myself reading a lot of books. Full transparency, I have been in a bit of a reading slump these past 2 weeks. I've just been doing a lot of traveling and I've had friends in town and I've just had a hard time concentrating and getting my reading in, but I feel like all that's gonna change this weekend for a variety of reasons, but the main one is I'm gonna be reading one of my most anticipated books of the year, so I feel like it's totally going to break my reading slump. But I kind of guess that segues me nicely into what am I reading for this weekend. So the main book I have picked out for the weekend is Five Dark Fates by Kendar Blake. I'm planning on reading this book from start to finish over the next few days and just basically immerse myself fully into this novel. As you guys know, I'm a huge fan of this series by Kendar Blake. I have been reading every book every year since the first one came out, and I did want to say I'm actually partnering with HarperCollins and Epic Reads for this video in honor of the release of this book, which is like such an honor because I love this series with like every fiber of my soul. So being able to partner about this book is just like, yes, let me talk about this book forever. Seriously obsessed with this series. If you guys aren't familiar, this is a dark YA fantasy series set on an island, and we're following three sisters. In this world, the island is ruled by a matriarchy, and this matriarchy has magical powers. And how a new queen is chosen is basically the existing queen has triplets, and they always have triplets. In each one of the baby girls has a different magical power that kind of corresponds with different political groups within this island. One of the girls is a poisoner, so she can create and consume like super deadly poisons. Another one is an elementalist, so she can control like the elements, lightning, rain kind of thing. And lastly, the other is connections and relationships with animals. So you basically follow these young girls, and they're basically raised together for a short time, and then they are sent to whatever group they have a magical power for, and then when they come of age, they actually have to kill their other two sisters off to claim the crown. And this is like the tradition of the land, and obviously this is the fourth book in this series, so a lot has happened within this world. But basically you're following these three sisters as they're kind of coming to terms within their own power, making sacrifices for themselves and the ones they love. Also, it's so much about that sisterly bond and relationship, which is so complicated because they were raised to hate each other basically, but obviously they have some memories of love. There's some romance involved, there's lots of mystery, and just all in all, the island is just one of my favorite settings ever. It's just this dark, eerie place with all this very interesting magic that's old, and it's just so entwined within the land itself. It's fascinating. That being said, the third one absolutely ended with a bang. I have no idea where this book is going to take off. I'm so pumped to find out though. I'm excited to read this from beginning to end with you guys and just share all of my feelings and emotions, because I'm sure there will be many. But yeah, I can't wait. And then I'm sure I will hopefully finish this pretty quickly this weekend. It's not a super long book. I think it's just over, this book is about 430 pages, so hopefully I'll be able to pick up another book once I finish. I don't know what I want to read yet. I'm first just going to focus on reading this from beginning to end, and then I'll kind of figure out what I want to read next from there, but I'm sure it'll be another dark fantasy novel. But yeah, pumped. I'm so excited for this book and this vlog. But yeah, okay, let's jump in. But before I can actually get any reading done, it's lunchtime. I'm absolutely starving, so I'm gonna go pick up a sandwich. I'm doing a lot of laundry too, from my favorite sandwich place, my local spot where they know my order. So I'm gonna go grab that and probably watch some TV for a bit, and then I'm going to get right down to it, right to reading. Pumped. I am predictable, and Matilda is as well, looking for crumbs of my delicious sandwich. Alright, so I finished watching Survivor and doing a bit of emails I needed to do. So now I'm gonna make myself a fresh cup of coffee, and I'm going to get down to reading for this weekend. And another exciting news is Clay is actually getting home early today as well. which not even like early for him on a Friday, but like early for even normal people. So he should be getting home like before 4 p.m., which I'm thrilled. Normally I don't see him till about like 8 or 9 on Fridays, so I'm really excited. I got Clay a VR set for his birthday. His birthday's not for a couple weeks. I got it for him early so we could play over the long weekend. So I'm pretty sure I know what he's gonna want to do when he gets home. Is play his new VR set, so I'll probably play along or read whilst he's doing it. But right now I'm gonna get a fresh cup of coffee and I'm gonna start reading 5 Dark Fates, which I'm so excited about. Coffee is coming. Any second now. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I also think I'm going to put some music on to listen to and also get my phone out of my hands. My #1 reading tip is to just put your phone far away. Torn between these 2 albums, but I think I'm gonna go with this one because if I play the other, I won't be able to concentrate and will just be able to sing, so. Millie has been taking her day off very seriously, huh? Getting all your naps in. That's right. Hi friends, great news. I have my first reading update. I just have passed, those aren't words, I have passed the 60-page mark of 5 Dark Fates, and so far I'm really liking it. It has started out with quite the bang. Obviously the last one like ended on a cliffhanger like all the books have, so I love that Ken R. Blake wastes no time and jumps right into the action. It's just so good so far. And the interesting thing is I feel like throughout all of the books you grow a fondness for kind of like all the characters, specifically the sisters. I just find them to be so intriguing because oftentimes they're just trying to do the best they can, and like obviously sometimes they're doing bad things or good things, but you know, like in their hearts, but obviously all decisions have consequences. I'm just obsessed, simply put. And really I would say like my favorite thing so far is just really the relationships between these 3 sisters. It's just so complicated because they're raised to hate and try to kill each other, so they have a lot of distrust, but like sometimes you see them trying to work together but they still like hate each other. It's just incredible and I love it, every single second of it. Matilda is being so extra right now, but yeah, I've already read 60 pages. I flew through the first 60 pages, so I'm excited to see how the rest of the book unfolds. I'll always try to keep it as spoiler free as possible given that this is the 4th book in a series, but seriously guys, I just love everything about this series. It also is making me like so hyped for fall, you know, like I'm ready now. I'm ready for fall. It can happen. It's allowed. Approved. Guess who's home?
It's me.
He also brought Fleurs. We are downloading some VR games right now, isn't that right, Clay?
We are. Virtual is reality.
Yeah, the first time I got this for him, he had headphones in and didn't realize the TV sound was on, and I woke up at like 1:30 in the morning to a war zone.
It was not that late. It was loud.
Anyway, I will do a bit more reading in a bit, but I'm gonna catch up with Clay for a little while and play some Ver. My new reality is having to move the coffee table out of our small New York living room so we can play VR games. Luckily, Matilda and I can still be cozy and I can just read right here while it happens. Let the record show I put contacts on so I could better see in the VR machine. Yeah, I'm that extra. All right, gang's all here. Clay's gonna watch some college football, and I am back to reading. I am on page 89 right now, so honestly, flying through this book already really quickly. Honestly, I already feel like I'm flying through this book super fast. The pages are just like flowing by almost terrifyingly fast because obviously I've been waiting a year for this book to come out. That being said though, I'm really enjoying the ride so far. It's really interesting because there has been some quote-unquote reunions in this novel, and I just love seeing unlikely people work together. So anyway, back to reading. Clay's gonna watch his football, Millie's gonna continue on with her nap, and we're all just living our best Friday night lives. Hi everyone, we are about to head out to dinner to get some Tex-Mex because we are the stereotypical Texans that you would expect us to be. But I did want to quickly, I'm like trying to find my book. I did want to quickly say before I left though, I have passed 120 page mark. Again, obsessed with this book so far. The sisterly dynamics and like the weird island magic is like full force right now. I have no idea what's gonna happen. And I'm a little scared to find out, but I'm starving, so I'm gonna go get some food and then, I don't know, we're gonna come back and just like hang out. So, come along to dinner, I suppose. So, quick pivot, because Clay got pulled into a last minute work thing, so we grabbed some takeout. I'm gonna watch Survivor. Clay's gonna sit next to me and do some work while quickly eating a bunch of halal food. Matilda and I have retreated into the bedroom to get nice and cozy. I wanted to, in full transparency, use my heating pad because my back hurts because I'm a grandma now. But I am gonna watch some more Survivor, and I'm also gonna read more Five Dark Fates because I am flying through it. I read 120 pages so quickly, so I just obviously want to read more. I'm really liking it. To flip you around though, it's just so funny because this book is like so dark, and it's not that I forget necessarily, it's just like when you restart a series again, like when you like re-enter a world and kind of get your bearings, it's like one of those situations. I'm like, oh yeah, this book's really screwed up. Like, but in the best way though, but it's screwed up. Hi everyone, no lie, I have been spending the last quite a few hours watching TV, but Matilda and I have settled and we've decided that it is time to get back to reading, so I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to try to get to page 200 tonight. I'd actually be really, really pleased with that. So that's my ultimate goal. I feel like that shouldn't be too hard unless of course I get really sleepy, but I'm feeling pretty good right now. I think it's in like 11, so I should be able to get an hour or two in of reading before going to bed. Then I have all day tomorrow. I don't really have any crazy plans. Tomorrow night, our main thing that we're doing is the college clan I went to, our university. The first football game of the season is tomorrow, so we're meeting up with some fellow alums and friends to watch the game. So that's really like our big activity, and then tomorrow afternoon I'm just filming, reading, hanging out. I'm not kidding, I'm taking this weekend super easy and apparently just watching excessive amounts of seasons of Survivor and reading books, so can't really think of a better way to pass the time. I've definitely kind of been in a reading slump. I've been reading the same book for the past 2 weeks prior to Five Dark Fates, and it's just so good to feel like I'm reading something not just at like a normal pace, but at like a faster pace, especially compared to how I've been reading the past 2 weeks, where it's just been so difficult to just find the motivation to pick up a book. But this has like sucked me right back in, and I just can't wait to pick it up, and that's just such a nice feeling where you just like look over at a book, you're like, ah, can't wait to read you later, you know? So, happy to be back on the old reading saddle, and I am actually now going to read, so goodbye. Hi. Getting real sleepy, but I also don't want to put this book down, so like, who's gonna win? The book or sleep? Stay tuned. Hi everyone, happy Sunday. Yes, that's right, I did say Sunday. So you're probably like, what happened to Saturday? So yesterday was a day full of some very low lows, but ultimately some very high highs, which is the important thing. But basically Clay and I woke up yesterday and Matilda was still like really sick. So we ended up taking her to vets, which we got referred to a hospital, and it turns out Matilda ate something she was not supposed to have eaten. It was really, really stressful, and basically at the time it was decided that Matilda needed to have emergency surgery. Again, a mess. I was a mess. I was terrified. And then of course, Matilda being Matilda, as she was being prepped for surgery, passed the thing that she wasn't supposed to eat. So basically being like, okay, I'm fine, ready to go home now. So essentially Matilda's small intestine was a small miracle yesterday. She's home.
She's a champion.
She's a champ, absolutely thriving. Literally could not even, she'd be like, why? What's going on, guys? She's literally totally unfazed. I was told by the nurses that everyone was just like astonished by her, like astonished. They were like, what is going on? Matilda was like, no big deal. I'm me. And then apparently proceeded to beg for treats after she passed this object. Which honestly, I hope she got some, because impressed. Color me impressed.
Yeah.
Anyway, yesterday was a stressful day, but it all ended up very positive. Matilda is totally fine, no surgery, she's back home, 100% healthy, chewing her bone right now as we speak. So that's why I didn't vlog yesterday, but I am gonna go back to the vlogging over the next 2 days because something like this actually made me really grateful for just like simple days on the weekend where I'm just gonna hang out with Matilda and read and just like do our thing. Like it just kind of reminded me of like all the small joys and all the things that make us happy from day to day. And when that was like turbulent for a second, I don't know, it's nice that nothing bad happened, but also now I get to do my favorite thing, which is just hang out with Clay, hang out with Matilda, read some books.
It's unfortunate Millie won't be doing her favorite thing.
Eating things she's not supposed to. But yeah, so I just wanted to give you guys a check-in. It's early on Sunday morning, and that is why we didn't vlog yesterday. But again, everything is 100% okay. Matilda is literally has no medical repercussions. She has a small intestine of a Greek god, apparently. Nothing can defeat it. Bless. All right, I'm gonna make some coffee now. And I don't know, carry on our Sunday. But yeah, Clay and I are living in the light of gratefulness, wouldn't you say? Hey, Millie. Are you thriving? Are you thriving? She's like, you got food? Can I eat it? No. The answer's no, Matilda. Just kidding, you can. Time to make some lattes for Clay and I. You can see the hot Cheeto dust on my fingers. Attractive. And then I'm going to sit down and start reading. We obviously have some Survivor on right now. Delicious. Love making some lattes at home for the weekend with our syrup. Literally, we're like a coffee house. All of my favorite people are on the couch. Matilda is sleeping underneath this blanket. We were watching TV, but I am officially gonna get back to reading. So to give you guys some context of where I am, I didn't do any reading yesterday, but I am just past the 200-page mark as I stayed up really late Friday night because I'm honestly just obsessed with this book. It's so dark. It's like, I shouldn't forget that fact, you know, because this is the 4th book in this series, but every time I pick it up, I'm just like, dang, these people are cutthroat. But yeah, it's just keeping me on the edge of my seat. The sister to sister politics, the island politics against the mainland politics, plus all the dark kind of magic that's intertwined. It's just amazing. And it's weird because I like love everyone when I'm pretty sure I should like, at least, like even the people that I like also hate, there's like a little bit of love in there, and I still have hot Cheeto fingers. That being said, I am going to do a bit of reading now, and then Clay and I are gonna pick up a really quick lunch. Probably some dumplings and just like chill for the whole day. We do have movie plans later in the evening, but other than that, for the next 2 days, that's like literally the only thing we have planned. So yeah, I'm gonna put some music on. I think Clay's gonna take a nap, and it's time to get to reading, folks. Time to get to reading. We picked up some delicious dumplings. Matilda is here trying to get some of them dumplings. I was able to read 40 more pages of my book before we picked up lunch. So I'm just taking a quick pause and then I'm back to reading. Hi everyone, we just finished lunch and I'm about to do a filming marathon. I'm gonna quickly, hopefully, try to film 3 videos, and then I'm gonna get right back into reading as I'm super into my book. So I'm kind of using my book as a carrot to get some of the tasks I have bookmarked for today done and out of the way as quick as I can so I can hang out with Matilda and just read. So I'm gonna get to it right now. Film 3 videos, wish me luck. I'll see you on the other side. Filming marathon is over, so Matilda and I have retreated to the bedroom to get some reading in and get some hanging out before Clay and I have to leave in about 3-ish hours to go to the movies. I am actually feeling great. I filmed 3 videos, I felt like in record time, so I have so much time to get reading in. As I said, I'm on page 240 of 5 Dark Fates, so I'm flying through this. Definitely gonna try to hope to get past page 300 before the movie tonight, with hopes of maybe reading more and then trying to read as much as I can today. I obviously have tomorrow to read as well because we have tomorrow off, which is really amazing. So I know I'm 100% gonna finish this book and also be able to start another book when the time comes, though I'm not sure what I want to read next. That is for me to figure out later though. So gonna get to reading right now, and then I'll check in as I get further along, because oh my gosh, I already, like, I'm at the part, you know, where you're kind of like, you're like, all right, things are happening. You like see whisperings of stuff. We're like, oh, someone's turning up the heat a little bit. But I'm at that part where that like pre-simmer is about to turn into a boil, and I just know it. Like, I'm just waiting for someone to make a move and things are just gonna go off, and I'm ready for it. So time to get reading. 40-page check-in. Guys, I was right. It's really starting to heat up. Things are really starting to happen, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. It's also, Kendar Blake does this thing where she makes you really anxious, but you also have no idea what the heck is going on, slash like how things are gonna end. Like, I still have no idea. I've never been able to even remotely guess any of her plot twists. I'm always taken by surprise. That being said, things are really starting to happen in this book. Obviously, I'm almost on page 300 of a 430-page book. You would expect, you know, like, I'm expecting things to start heating up, and Kendar Blake is not disappointing. Also, something I just love about this book is there's so many complex female relationships. I mean by that, like, obviously there's this very complicated sister dynamic. Sisters raised to hate each other, but really they have so many, you know, they have a diverse set of feelings, and in so many ways they love each other, and them like trying to grapple with that, grow and understand each other even though they've been separated for so long, is wonderful to read and very, very entertaining. But there's other types of female relationships, from like best friends to romantic. There's also a very complicated mother-daughter relationship, which also derives from a complicated sister relationship as well. I just feel like there's just so many women throughout this entire story that are all, like, in some ways just trying the best they can, and they might not be perfect. In some ways, in some cases, they might be mostly bad. But you also can always understand kind of where they're coming from and their motivation, which just makes them so dynamic and understandable, just because everyone just feels so real. So yeah, that is definitely just one of my favorite things that is present throughout this entire story. It just feels so woman forward, and there's just so many interesting women characters throughout this whole series. Good, bad, evil, ugly, warriors, healers, fighters, politickers, is that a word? Mothers, daughters, like everything. It's just so good. But I'm gonna get back to reading because I want to pass page 300, and then I'm gonna get a fresh cup of coffee and keep reading probably. But I wanted to give you guys an update because it's so good. Hello, Matilda. But went out to the kitchen really fast to make my reward of coffee. La-di-da-da! We have about an hour till we're gonna go to the movies, so I'm just gonna keep reading, hanging out with Clay and Millie. Just enjoy the night. She literally has no interest. She's like, I want food. All right, we are headed out to the movies. We're seeing The Farewell, and we're really excited about it. We've had the most relaxing day ever. It's only like 6 p.m. Not even, it's 5:30 right now. So we're gonna get back with plenty of our night left. I'm gonna do more reading, more hanging out. It's just been the best, most relaxing Sunday ever, and we still have one whole day left of the weekend, so thriving. Also, if anyone was wondering, Alamo Drafthouse, which is the best movie theater in the world and where we're going, is the only place in New York City to get good branch because it's owned by a bunch of Southerners. So, in case anyone was interested or was in need, PSA. We just got home from the movie and it was so good. Wouldn't you say, Clay?
Great.
He's in the background. Oh my god, I definitely cried. It was really good. I ate so much food. I'm so full right now, but we're now home. It's like 8:30, so we still have so much of the night left. Clay has college football on, and I'm gonna sit on the couch and do some serious reading. So I will keep you posted as I continue and progress through this novel, and then hopefully I'll be able to drag Clay away from football to watch a certain PBS television show later. You know. That was a pretty good impersonation of the intro song. But I'm going to grab my book, sit on the couch, and read with Matilda now. But I did want to say we're home and that the movie was incredible. So if you haven't seen The Farewell yet, seriously, see The Farewell. You won't be disappointed. I don't think so. We got Matilda a new weird news toy, and she's very excited about it, isn't she? Also, at Target, I bought a pumpkin spice candle. First of the season, Matilda. It is the last day of summer after all, in technicality. And I'm now on the couch with my two bays, Matilda and Five Dark Fates, so.
What?
Deal with it. Hi everyone, I escaped the bedroom. I'm actually about to hop in the shower, but I want to do a quick reading update. I read another 40 pages of Five Dark Fates, and you guys, you would never know I'm from Texas, despite my Texas shirt, because I say you guys and not y'all, but that's besides the point, because I am shook from this book. Obviously no spoilers, but holy crap, things are escalating in quite a dramatic fashion, I may add. I'm still completely unsure of how everything's gonna come together cumulatively, but all I do know is I am waiting with bated breath and very stressed for all of my favorites currently. And I mean, we're kind of, it's all kind of like happening, like things are, stuff is hitting the stuff is hitting the fan is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I mean, geez Louise. And mind you, I keep saying how dark this book is, but I have to just reiterate that statement. I mean, it's gruesome, it's dark, but also the writing is like so beautiful, and I just feel like Kendar Blake does this thing that is like one of my favorite things. You know when chapters always just end with like a line and you're like, dang, and then it propels you just to keep going with each chapter. But I just feel like she's so good at like capturing that last word for that scene, like kind of hitting the nail in the coffin of that scene, and you're like, whoa, what's gonna happen next? That's how I feel a lot. And so this is how I stay up really late reading books, because I just can't put them down. But I'm gonna take a quick shower and keep reading. Clay's still watching football. We are gonna try to watch some TV tonight, but I want to get more reading in before that happens. So I'm gonna take a quick shower, I'm gonna come back and read some more. I'm gonna try to finish this book tonight. It's about 430 pages and I'm on page 340. It's definitely possible. If not, I can finish it tomorrow morning because I don't have to work tomorrow. Love a long weekend. Hey. But as I said, I'm gonna hop in the shower now and then I'm gonna get back to reading because I need to know what happens next. I'm back. I'm laundered. Matilda just came in here, and also I'm reading. Hi everyone, good morning. I'm so sorry to end up checking in anymore last night. I promise I have a good reason. And it's that I 100% fell asleep so early. Like I fell asleep, Clay told me that he came in at 11:15 and I was already passed out. So I think I fell asleep around 10:30 last night, which is so early. It's like earlier than I go to bed during the weekday, but clearly I was very sleepy and I needed to get a lot of sleep. So I got over 10 hours last night and I honestly feel really, really great. I'm here with Miss Moo. She wants to be fed breakfast, which I'm going to do right now, but I wanted to first check in. I was able to get a lot of reading in before I ultimately fell asleep. And it's funny because I fell asleep at like kind of a good time too, because stuff was about to go down. Like I'm at the end game part of this book. So a lot of conflict is about to be had and it was very stressful. So I'm glad I fell asleep so I could read it in the morning with a more clear mind and just make sure I can digest everything properly and probably cry properly in the morning versus late at night, you know what I mean? But yeah, I feel like a broken record when it comes to this book because I'm really, really liking it. I will say, like, I don't know if this is because I just don't want it to end, but I do feel like everything's like wrapping up and it's almost so quick. I'm like, wait, no, 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 slow down, take more time. Don't do this to me yet. But yeah, I have about 70 pages, maybe less. I think I have less. I think I have more like 50 pages of this book left. So I'm gonna try to finish it this morning and I'll keep you guys posted and I'll give you like a full comprehensive review at the end. But man, oh man, this series is so good. By the way, by the time this vlog is up, this last one should be out. So please go pick it up if you haven't already, or start this series if you haven't already, because it's incredible. Don't I look just so great right now? I'm free to put any type of face on the internet. I got pimples, my hair is a disaster, I just woke up wearing my Babe's Fried Chicken shirt. This is prime peruse project right now. Making that fresh latte for this Sunday morning, and then I'm gonna sit down and finish my book. No, I'll have literally like 430 pages read at the beginning of the third full day of reading, because I'm not counting Saturday, which honestly I'm pretty pleased with. So dance party. Gang's all here. It's actually like a gloomy morning outside. I have my cup of coffee. I have my book, which I'm on track to finish. Matilda wants to go underneath the blanket, so I guess she's sticking around. Never mind, she wanted to post up on some legs. Reading is happening. Hey everyone, I finished it. I finished Five Dark Fates, and I'm not okay right now, so I'm gonna take some time to let it like sink into my heart and soul, and then I will come back with a clear and articulate review. But right now I'm gonna light a pumpkin spice candle and just let my emotions simmer, because I have lots of emotions. So much stuff happened in the last 60 pages. It's actually 441 pages. Oh my god, sorry, I'm still thinking about the end. I can't believe this series is over. Clay, I started this series when I was a junior in college. I'm old. It's 443 pages. Sorry, I'm like too emotional to be articulate right now. So I'm gonna go simmer, come back with a full articulate review, but please read this series. It's so good. Hi everyone. So we're actually very quickly about to head out. There's a big storm cell like coming to New York City, so we pivoted our late afternoon lunch plans with friends to early afternoon lunch to try to avoid the rain altogether. So Clay and I quickly got ready in like 10 minutes. He's wearing his Tire Jaws emo Clay's so emo shirt, right? Is that emo?
Yeah.
Emo, pop punk, I never know. But we're ready to head out. This actually works pretty nicely because it gives me some time to like digest literally some food and Five Dark Fates. I honestly I kind of need to eat my emotions with some biscuits and gravy for that book. So I feel like it's just what the doctor ordered basically. And then we're gonna head home and hopefully be able to enjoy some rainy weather for the rest of the afternoon and evening, and then continue to have our pumpkin spice latte candle lit. It smells and feels a little bit like fall outside right now, and I'm living for it. But I do have to go because we have to head out. Otherwise we'll be late. So goodbye. Yes.
Oh, you got some.
Yes. On our way home. It's still raining. Hi everyone, it's me. I'm back from brunch and I feel like I've let enough time pass to both digest those delicious chicken and waffles I ate and digest Five Dark Fates to now give you guys a proper review of this novel. Non-spoiler, of course, but oh my gosh, I actually ended up really enjoying this concluding novel to the series. At least it very much feels that way. And I liked it a lot. I feel like it was paced very well. I feel like we had like a really nice build up, and then when things started to pick up steam, almost like, what's that thing when it's like cause and effect, right? Like once someone finally made a move, everything just started to barrel out of control, and everything happened so fast, but like in a good way. It was very intense in terms of a conclusion. I felt like enough time was given to kind of the proper major end plot points, which I won't go into the specifics, but I just feel like the timing and pacing was fairly well done. I also just have to say, overall, I'm just really pleased with the total arc of this story. I felt like we got to see so many dynamic characters present. Obviously, talking mostly about the sisters, but there's also so many interesting side characters that you learn to grow or hate or whatever, and you just see them change so dynamically throughout this tale, good or bad, and kind of the consequences of their actions either catch up with them, for better or for worse. And that I thought was really well done. Something else I really respect and appreciate about this series is that it has stakes and it takes those stakes seriously. Nothing is freely given. Often characters have to earn something, and that price might be very, very steep. And the author keeps the reader kind of in that same position, which I personally really respect. It's obviously feels not great when someone you love in a book series, like something bad happens to them, but it also provides like necessary plot dynamics. And this is something I feel like Kendar Blake really did throughout this entire series. I'm not just talking about Five Dark Fates, I'm talking about each book. I really feel like she created proper stakes and then kept true to those stakes. It wasn't, she didn't like fake us out or anything. Always just had this level of intensity and a little bit of fear in almost all of the scenes where you really truly do not know if things are going to turn out okay or if all the characters are going to make it out okay. And I think that is honestly why I think I love dark fantasy so much, because it keeps me so captivated, because I really do not know if everyone's gonna make it. And obviously it's really sad to read scenes where sometimes people don't make it, but it just makes the story so much more compelling and interesting and thought-provoking and like striking. Like those are the stories for me that I remember most. It's the ones where I like wanted to hurl it across the room in the moment, but in the end, like you have to just give so much respect for like having the guts to go there, basically. And I just feel like Kendar Blake kept to that so much throughout this entire series, which is one of the reasons why I love this so much. But yeah, something else I've mentioned too is just like truly the sister bond and just the creativity of this world was also fascinating. This like eerie dark island full of magic and sister and tradition and hatred and love, and how those two things can mix together in the most devastating of ways. The series was just so good. I'm so happy to have read it. I would say right now I think this book is sitting at a 4.5 for me. I really enjoyed it, and again, cannot speak more highly of this series. Seriously, check it out. Obviously this book is now out in stores, so go and get it if you haven't already, or read the first one, second one, third one, and catch up, because the series is just one of my all-time YA faves. But yes, loved it. I'm sad it's over, to be honest, but yeah, in terms of a reading weekend, that means I've read over 443 pages so far. I need to figure out what I want to read next. I'm not totally sure. I might stay on this like dark fantasy train because it's my fave anyway, but yeah, I'll pop back in a bit once I decide what to read next. Before I decide on what to read next, we're all posted up on the couch, so we're gonna watch some TV. I have the pumpkin spice candle lit. Hello, Matilda. And we have more rain in the forecast, so I say an excellent end to the weekend. Hi friends, I wanted to pop in and let you know I finally figured out what book I'm going to pick up next, and I've decided on Modern Fairy Tales by Holly Black. This is a bind up of 3 books, but I think I'm gonna start Tithe tonight. But I think right now I'm gonna watch a little bit more Survivor. Clay and I have our draft tonight. Plus we picked up stuff to make dinner, so we're gonna do some cooking. It's still pretty early in the evening and we're almost done with season 1 of Downton as well, so lots of things to consume, but I will definitely try to read like 100 pages.
Look at Millie's face looking at me with the toy.
Oh yeah, hey guys, look. Absolutely captivated. She is a, what is it? She's a hunter.
Heart of a wolf. Oh!
Heart of a wolf. Alright, so Clay and I finished our draft, and now I'm going to make a quick dinner. I'm basically going to make like falafel, salad, rice bowls. Super fast because I picked up most of the items pre-made from Trader Joe's, but that's what we decided to make. A little healthy, fulfilling, and tasty. So I'm gonna get started on that right now. Got the falafel laid out, and then I am browning the rice with garlic and oil before I cook it. And I'm gonna chop up some veg, and then basically that's all the prep until everything's done and cooked. It's the easiest dinner ever. Highly recommend frozen Trader Joe's falafel. Veg is chopped, arugula, lettuce set aside. Everything is cooking. I'm serious. This is like the easiest dinner ever. And now it's all about building the plates. Lettuce, feta, got some hummus I'm gonna put on top, and some tzatziki. Gonna be delicious. Oh yeah, look at that. Plate of health, TV, Matilda, gang's all here. Hydro Flask, Visco Girl 2019, Clay. Hey Millie, is it time for bed? Are we going to the bedroom to go lay down?
Let's go.
Is it time for bed?
Door's closed.
Oh, no wonder. Normally she's so excited. That was really anticlimactic.
Hey Millie, bedtime.
This is the worst block clip of all time. Come on, Millie, it's time for bed. Let's go. It's time for bed. Come on. There we go. Finished dinner. I have retreated to the bedroom because I am now going to pick up a book again. I took a few hours break, but I am ready to pick up Modern Fairy Tales by Holly Black. So my goal is to read like about 100 or so pages tonight if I can. Obviously I've already read 443 pages, so I'm really happy with what I was able to read given all the events of this weekend. But if I'm able to read another 100 pages tonight, that would be amazing, and then I'll have well over 500 pages, which is always my goal ultimately for any reading weekend. So I'm gonna get to it now, and I will pop in with a quick reading update as I kind of get to that halfway 50-page mark. But yeah, that's the plan. Hi everyone, it's Reagan, and welcome to the end of the vlog the next day. I just wanted to quickly pop in and recap everything I read over this past weekend that ended up being quite the eventful weekend, but ultimately I was able to read quite a bit and I'm really happy with both of the books I started reading or finished this weekend. The first one is definitely the star of the show, and that is Five Dark Fates by Kutner. I read the entire thing from start to finish, all 443 pages of this book, and loved every single second of it. I'm still kind of emotional about the fact that this is over, but I did really love the whole ride, and honestly I feel like I need to reread the series soon, so you'll probably still be seeing quite a bit of the Three Dark Crowns series on my channels for the time being. Hello, Matilda. That being said, I thought this was a wonderful novel. I thought it really wrapped so many things up so perfectly. Oh, it was so good. And again, thank you so much to Epic Reads and HarperCollins for working with me for this video. And guys, seriously, this book is out now. If you haven't checked out the series, I highly recommend it, but loved this so much. And then from there, I was able to squeeze in a total of 72 pages of the first book, Tithed, the Modern Fairy Tales series by Holly Black. So far, so good. I obviously have quite a bit to go, but the first 73 pages were quite promising. I obviously love a fae story, love Holly Black, so I'm excited to kind of see how I feel about this series. So I'll definitely keep you guys posted. I'm only planning on reading the first one, I think, this month, but you never know. So I could read the whole thing. Who knows? Not me, only future Reagan knows. That being said, I was able to read over 500 pages this weekend, so again, really pleased. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you soon with another one soon. Goodbye.